Well, after the month of Beast Wars brutalized my views a bit, I'd still honestly do more, because I love doing it, but that will be for next year. Anyways, I can see no better way to kickstart the algorithm than by doing one of my patented looking at upcoming figures videos. You apparently lucky people. I'm still confused that this is, for most of my fans, their favorite thing that I do. I mean, I do try with these, but I swear they are the monthly magazine of my content, as opposed to the actual real show that I do. I mean, why would anyone watch one of these twice? Anyways, I think this is going to be an overall very positive video. But first, your likes! Please give. And if you enjoyed this video by the end and you aren't subscribed already, please consider it. And as always, big thanks to the usual suspects for the images I used in this video. Now first up, I want to clarify my thoughts on the Magmatron, because I think I did a pretty bad job on the Newsomans about it. I only had 1 minute to get all my thoughts in, so it's understandable. I am not upset that this thing is parts forming in that it combines from 3 separate components to make one guy. Siege Omega Supreme is exactly like that, and I love that thing. My problem is that 90% of the robot mode here seems to be made from the T-Rex, with 9% being made from the Pterodactyl, and like 1% is the Plesiosaur, which is pretty much just a decorative piece. The rest of him is just tossed off to the side, or at best is used as a shield. If 100% of each of the alt modes was used, I wouldn't really have an issue with this, but instead, it's not really a trio-con, just a duo-con with some kibble from a third figure. And before someone tells me that this is how we transform in the show, yes it is, because that's how the original toy transformed, and the show was being accurate. But it's been over 20 years. The show is old enough to drink. We can do better now, and if we aren't doing the best we can, why do it at all? Again, I have hope, but I also have frustrations and concerns. Then there's the new Gamer Edition Starscream, and I think for once everyone finally sees what I see when I look at these designs. I have yet to encounter the person who has a single nice word to say about this thing, and I mean, I get it, it's real ugly. Personally, I don't see how it's that big a downgrade, but I can see it as one nonetheless. I don't know what possessed them to make the cockpit overly big because it's not supposed to be anywhere near that size in either mode, and goddamn are his arms skinny, but hilariously this thing is overall not as off as people tend to think. The main problem, actually, is that this is clearly aiming to emulate the concept art, not the finalized game model. That is a commendably insane decision to have made, Hasbro. Congratulations. I can only assume this came about because the guy designing the toy didn't know or like the design at all, so when he asked Hasbro what it should look like, they just handed him a folder and told him to get on with it. So not really knowing better, he just grabbed the first picture in it and was like, oh, it's the official concept. Obviously, this is the most logical thing to base the whole toy on. Anyways, good job on accidentally shitting out a doomed bomb there, Hasbro. This should have been an easy layup, but now no one is going to buy it. Except for me, who's going to have to review it so everyone can get their catharsis out of me kicking the shit out of it for sucking. Watch, the toy's actually super fun, and then no one is happy. Anyways, after that, I think there's nothing but good stuff to talk about left. There's a Bumblebee movie Rumble coming out, who despite my hatred of the Bumblebee movie Soundwave, and the fact that it's a rather odd boy, I'm actually pretty here for. For starters, his name is Rumble, and he's the blue one. And it's just kind of an interesting and fun design, though a little puffy. Mohawk I obviously don't care about, but it looks like a fine version of the guy. Okay, maybe I was wrong and not everything from here on out is going to be positive, because Rise of the Beast Scorponok looks like shit. I'm not joking when I say that I thought this was a Legends figure when I first saw it. Hasbro just will not give Scorponok a good figure because I swear this thing looks like a core. Mainline gave us Air Razor. This is Studio Series. How does this thing look this primitive and this cheap? Especially when you put it next to Wheeljack, who I don't love the look of, but is way better than this. I hate this design. I hate this character. I hate how much people decided that they were going to love him before they ever saw the movie where he had like 2 lines and 1 minute of screen time. I hate how empty this guy's back is, but other than that, it looks fine. It looks like the character. It looks okay. The face is creepy as shit, but that's just the way he's supposed to look. Alt mode looks better too, though it's a little disconcerting that you can just see him staring out the windshield. Then there's Transformers, whatever the fuck its McNugget is called, where we've heard hide nor hair about this game since it was announced, Bumblebee and Starscream 2-pack. And while I hear these are outdated designs so old that the box art for some reason has the wrong name on it, I do like what I see. I like it a ton, actually. Starscream's head is a little goofy here, but I think these two look pretty badass if I'm honest. And I love their alt modes too. Big plus on the fact that Starscream's nose cone seems to be doing the thing that it's supposed to. And I love the colors on these two. The colors are vibrant enough while also having those added black highlights to make them pop even more. I also really like this redesign for Bumblebee. He looks tougher than normal while also not just throwing away the character as he was to the wayside. Far too often now, it's just, Bumblebee isn't a soft boy, he's a hard-edged, tough as nails warrior. But this looks like the normal dude, just toughened up a bit by the fight. So I'm happy with this. Hopefully the finalized designs in the game will look this good. What's that? Perspective likes a new thing? Blasphemy! Well, it's time for me to blaspheme some more because I also think the new Megatron looks pretty good. I mean, the jet mode is just bullshit incarnate. This looks like absolutely nothing. Why even make it a triple changer when one of the alt modes is that much of an afterthought? This doesn't look official at all, it looks like a fan mode. The tank is pretty good though. I mean, it's an alien tank, and I'm really sick of the whole Megatron is too prideful to take on an Earth alt mode thing. Well then, I'm sorry, but he's an unintimidating moron who will lose the war like a chump. There is nothing cool or scary about a bad guy that's too dumb to live. But we'll just pretend that the reason he's like this is he's either still on Cybertron or he's just too recent to Earth to have found an alt mode to scan yet. That said, does this make it more or less likely that they will eventually use the designs in the movies with these getting made now? While the head of this has trash detail, the rest of it looks pretty good, so I'm looking forward to this too. Now the last thing that looks pretty awesome today, Reactivate. I just remembered while writing this, Optimus Prime. First up, it just looks sick as hell. Like, damn, that's a good Prime design. Not a fan of the head on this one, it's too cat-like. And I hate the teardrop Optimus feet as always, but the body is just mean looking. I don't know that his grill abs have ever looked more hardcore. He's got a great leg to torso ratio, unlike a lot of Optimus Primes. He's actually kind of long in the waist, but that just makes him look like a bodybuilder. The alt mode looks like something out of Mad Max or Twisted Metal, however, not the far superior Vigilante 8. Fucking fight me. But this looks so dangerous, like Optimus is going to run down some pedestrians with that nasty cowcatcher on his front. And it's covered in something that if it's not blood, then it's the remains of other smaller Cybertronians. And we do know that he loves to run his enemies down in alt mode. Also, battle damage is back, people. Hell yeah. It's got a pretty good version of his gun and an okay version of his axe. Oh, and this is a goofy pose, but it does show off the fact that he doesn't have hot rod shoulders. Also, did I mention that this thing is fucking huge? There it is, standing next to the Chonkmeister Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. And he positively dwarfs the fucker. Looks like we're getting leader class Optimus once again, finally. But yeah, those are the leaks and reveals of late, and there's a lot here to be very positive about. There are a few things that look like cheapo crap, but I'm not too concerned about them when the good stuff looks this good. I'm a little worried about the Magmatron, but I think it mostly looks pretty solid, and all the stuff coming out of the new game looks pretty sweet. Now, if that new game can just come out ever. And before we go, it's time for the monthly shoutouts. If you'd like a shoutout yourself, then just follow the instructions on your screens. Sixgun 1986 wants you to check out his Reddit and his local comic book store, who both ships internationally and actually sells Transformers and other figures. Transformers Geek would like you to check out his Patreon, so he can afford to make his own version of the Rise of the Beasts deleted scenes and ending. Model G for Life is making model kits for fun, doing art streams and tutorials, testing his hand at stop motion, and even making game reviews. He's just starting out, so give him a look. Scortch, the 501st Dragon's birthday, was just about a week ago, so happy birthday, man. And he makes shitposts on YouTube and TikTok, so I'm sure my Discord would love that at least. F40PH Studios is making videos on Transformers, Trains, and Thomas, the 3 T's of the geek community. Check that out if you like the sound of it. And after a good while, longtime fan Achieme 1010 is looking for a new shoutout. He'd like you all to check out his YouTube channel, where he does Transformers discussions and memes, and on Instagram it's just the memes. Sound of Tracks 1984 just started their YouTube channel, which is an extension of their Instagram, where they post Transformers photography and stop motion set against really nice dioramas. Pablo Productions would like you to check out his stop motions on YouTube. And happy birthday over a month ago. I'm sorry this is so late, my friend. Dr. Spice Meme Defender wants me to shout out his girlfriend Izzy's birthday in 2 days. Happy birthday. And he also wants me to call her the gayest person in the universe. Hopefully that will not terminate their relationship. Happy birthday 3 days ago to Charlie. He'd like you to check out his Twitter, where he talks about an absolutely dizzying array of things, from Transformers to LGBTQ stuff to crabs. My son, that is an absolutely insane list of things that you've given me to shout out, thank you. He'd also like me to shout out YouTube channel literally 70 times bigger than mine, Fact Fiend, who I've been watching for years. Check them out for fun fact videos. Shattered would like you to check out his video on why Bendy Prime is awesome and you don't need the Legacy version. Godzilla Man 4543 is making reviews and random unfunny memes, according to him, on TikTok. Kocher Productions just hit 400 subscribers on his stop motion channel, and is about to do a subscriber special. He also just did a Halloween special. I don't know if those are the same things. Check him out. Kingkyle is back, as every month, looking for commission work to help support his family. If his art interests you at all, there are like a half dozen places you can contact him about having it done for yourself. He'd also like you to check out YouTuber HauntLich, who I took a look at and is making pretty good stuff. He's a PNG tuber who's making media reviews. Also, happy birthday! Soon-ish, Kingkyle? You didn't tell me when it was. Nick and Furnace wants me to shout out Instagram CGI modeler Soup. She makes Five Nights at Freddy's CGI models that look better than the actual games, and he recently commissioned her for one of ROTV's Scourge. Stinko47 has a stop-motion channel. He has 10 subscribers. I bet you we can get him at least to 11. TF Motion would like you to check out his 2 Instagrams, where he does Transformer stop motions and Lego stop motions, as well as his YouTube. He has 9 subscribers. I bet you we can get him at least to 10. Lastly, Simeon Ancio would like you to check out his Reddit, where he makes Mega Man pixel art. And that's not half what I have to say, but it's enough what I have to say. And I know, you know, what everyone else tells you to do at the end of these videos. So, if you liked what you saw here, please do that. And if you'd like to take it a step further, then please share this video with any friend you think may be interested. I hope you all enjoyed listening to me waste your time.